followers. Alright, folks, welcome back. We're in a brand new best of 3. This time it's PvP, and we'll describe what we meant by we think this is going to be stupid. Spawning in the bottom left corner of the map. We've seen a couple of matches with him now. It's going to be the light blue, the teal Protoss, KiFirE.
The top right as the green Protoss, it's HuK.
Alright, so there was a PvP cast not too long ago. I got to see this, Zamgrub didn't. It was Puck, not HuK, versus Kiwikaki, and it basically resulted in a lot of pylon photon overcharge rushing. Pretty much just running in and building pylons around your opponent's natural base and winning by being the first one to complete a pylon. So stupid. Oh, chat is correcting me. It's the Todd from Scrubs. Okay, high five. Actually, I guess that was like his thing.
Super
Man, I love
cool.
Scrubs.
Scrubs seems like a good show.
Dude, Scrubs is amazing. You get so condescending about the best shows. Like, oh, Suits is stupid. Scrubs sounds dumb.
I actually haven't read or watched any Scrubs, so I have no strong opinion.
Actually, Scrubs was like, it had this sort of like heartwarming humor. It was like more sweet than anything else, but it was also like it got you in the feels sometimes when you really didn't expect it.
Oh, upcoming next is taken for both parties. Just talking about the game, you know, it's happening. So much happening in this game right now. I mean, we can
I'm more interested in
this game to death.
Zai is a Dota 2 pro who looks surprisingly similar to you. Where's the Google images here?
First of all,
no, I don't think Zai looks anything like Zombie Grub. Are you kidding me?
There we go.
No
So it's
way.
Guy. And yeah, I would have to disagree.
Like I guess the hair being at shoulder length is the one thing in common. Like, I don't think this person looks like Zombie Grub at all. And yeah, just rude. Gosh.
I mean, he would look like... No, he doesn't really look like my brother, either. You see, if he looked like my brother, then he would look like something like me, because we'd be related, but that's not even true. He looks like he belongs in a 90s movie where he's like the brother, you know? That just has a couple of funny lines that is mostly the loser. Okay, I'm being really judgmental.
Yeah,
anyways.
you are. Anyways, yeah, this is kind of what we're talking about. Pylons coming down around the natural base from HuK. I mean, it's funny because HuK was the guy who classically would do things like a proxy nexus, and I'll kind of laugh about it. One of the pylons is going to die. Pardon me. 2 of them still complete, means he's got the power to take on this force. Now, the Stalker's going to try and zone this out, but the Mothership Core can just retreat behind the pylons. Not a lot of energy for round 2 just yet, but still, pylons fighting pylons. Welcome to Legacy of the Void.
This is amazing. It's like a light show. Look at the color drifting.
Look at the dynamic gameplay. Thank you, David Kim. I actually like what HuK's doing behind this, though. He's going for the Dark Shrine. If he gets away with this, that's going to be fantastic, but Blink is also accompanying this, so it's not an all-in gambit. It's just something that will get him ahead if you give him the opportunity. Now, because he gets here a little bit late and KiFirE was ready for this, he's unable to capitalize on killing the Nexus. There are instances where all you got to do is get like one of your own Stalkers or 2 of your own Adepts over here, but not quite getting here in time.
Oh, but he got that last probe.
Yeah. F you.
Yeah. Well, KiFirE won't have a robo in time if there was like a War Prism or something, but this time the Dark Templars have to walk all the way over. An Observer should be out.
Bets on the series are coming in, by the way. Stalker's probably going to kill that Mothership Core. HuK actually doing some great job juking and jiving here. But KiFirE realizing, oh, I can split up my Stalkers, that's right. So Mothership Core is probably going to die. A little unfortunate, but it buys time as well. Oh, recall!
Psych! 50 energy recall!
That's right, I keep forgetting it's only 50 energy now. Nice escape out of HuK. But bets are finalized. We've got about 20,000, pardon me, 19,402 part 2s bet on HuK and 7,400 on KiFirE. So one way or the other, this is going to be a pretty big payout match.
1 DT walks a lonely road.
I walk this lonely road.
I actually hate that song.
Me too. I hate that I know the words to it. But the whole position on the Stalkers will...
KiFirE saw it coming?
Even if you didn't see it coming, predicting it out of HuK is kind of, I would say, makes sense. It's PvP after all, and if you've played HuK PvP once, you've played HuK PvP a ton. Not to say he always goes for DTs or he's always a cheesy player, but you definitely know that this is in HuK's repertoire. Sorry, pardon me.
Get it right.
I did. After I got it wrong.
So, what happens now? HuK did the DT thing. Didn't really work out. Did the pylon thing. It did okay, I suppose. And now he's just going into Immortals. But what does mid-late game PvP look like? Disruptors? Are they good? Colossus? Are they good? Is it High Templar Adepts? I don't even know.
I mean, the reality is Disruptor has kind of become the late game unit. It's replaced what the Colossus clump was. Not to say you can't go other directions with it, but I think that's kind of the goal everyone kind of strives towards. That bonus damage versus shields is just way too much. Way too much.
HuK puts his, cannons down. I mean, pylons. Ha!
Same difference, am I right?
The Immortal that he's pumping out, the second one, should be enough. KiFirE could warp in a Sentry, of course, and just choke him in on 2 base, but not his choice.
Blink does get revealed too. Mothership Core, I mean, because it was alive earlier, he didn't have to spend the extra 100 gas on this, so he's had a lot more money to work with. And that's really good for HuK in this situation. But we got another new sub. New sub hype, Zelnaga Prime. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I'm sorry I don't have more energy in my voice at this point, but we've been casting for a long time and I'm tired. I'm gonna whine about this.
Is actually starting to get kind of sore. Oh no, full energy mothership! Whoopsie daisy.
Okay, so could have potentially recalled, unlikely, but this did distract, and KiFirE comes with the backside with these adepts now. Overcharge is going to go off and try and stop this from getting too out of hand. Double overcharge goes off and completely pushes this back, not for losing a couple of probes though.
Oh my god, he almost didn't have enough pylons. Devastating.
It was a devastating blow to the Protoss build structure.
God. Alright, so HuK's gonna go on the counter now.
By the way,
this is Immortals Dragon behind.
The pylon attack we saw in the natural base here was so mild compared to what we saw in PuK versus Kiwikaki. Those VODs are on YouTube. I urge people to go look at them. Because at one point, because I was casting from the Blizzard offices, and I screamed at one of the other Blizzard employees, like, "Get me David Kim!" I can shove his face at the screen. Like, it was ridiculous watching those. Like, it was way worse than this. But anyways, attack does commence. It's going to kill pylon. Maybe be able to deny the third. It's going to be hard to get down this ramp. He could force field it, and sure, Stalkers could blink over it, but that would leave him without Immortal support. And HuK does get a nice cancel on the third.
Yeah, I mean, if KiFirE was on the low ground prepared for that, with pylons already done for the Photon Overcharge, because he did remake his Mothership Core and it has at least one, maybe he holds that, but with the force field there for HuK now, HuK's going to get the lead on the third base. The Warper's still alive for KiFirE, but yeah, it's being taken care of.
The Disruptor comes out next for HuK, and I think this is a great choice. I mentioned it before briefly. Ooh, he's going to kill a Warp Prison, actually. Nice kill. But to really bring home the point, again, the Disruptor was recently given a ton of bonus damage versus armored with each shot. Now, KiFirE goes a different direction with this. He's going to go Fleet Beacon. I can't say this is going to be for carriers for certain. I would imagine Tempest, if anything. But one thing is for certain, and it's these Disruptors are going to give HuK. I don't know why I do this. I'm not even thinking about it right now. But it's going to give HuK a very discernible advantage. Again, it's plus 55 damage to anything that has shield. So against Protoss, these units are fantastic.
Oh. This is interesting. This is very interesting. It's carriers.
I don't like this versus Stalkers. He's not going to have the production, and with the build time increase, KiFire's no way. Like, HuK could just blink under this and focus them down.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I think, like, eventually, just as
in fact, yo, real quick,
old PvP,
do you think there's even going to be 8 interceptors out of one of these carriers? I don't think he's going to even get to 8 interceptors.
Yes. I think HuK's going to stall for a little while.
Okay, well.
Damn it, I was wrong. Regardless.
He's stalling aggressively.
Yeah, just so you liberate defensively.
Yeah, exactly. You know what's up, girl. Alright, gonna look for that splash damage here on the Disruptor. Put them on the front line. A little bit dangerous like this. Remember, if a Disruptor dies, it won't finish its damage.
That was a very close, good blink from KiFirE, but he just doesn't have enough army. Trying to go for those carriers, investing in the double Stargates, the Fleet Beacon, and the upgrade. I mean, it's all coming soon, but even then.
Yeah,
Those carriers.
Bacon's a little bit greasy. So it looks like we might actually see 8 interceptors get made as HuK does pull back off this, just hoping to once again reel in a lead. But does he actually know about the Stargates? No, he's not scouted this. He doesn't actually know that it's going to be carriers. But again, I feel this army composition is more than equipped to deal with this. Blink being a huge asset, of course.
Yeah.
Which is weird because like the one time like in 5 years of PvP where Blink doesn't really fall off as the game goes on longer, but instead becomes better, I guess.
We really don't know what late game PvP is supposed to look like, though.
He blinked away really fast. I don't know if he actually saw the carrier.
We don't know if we should be making fun of KiFirE, or making fun of HuK, or just being astounded by their genius.
I think you mean assessing the skill here. We'll never make fun of players.
Yes. I'm also going for Templar Archives. I mean, Archons underneath the carrier should they get the opportunity. Even Storms. Storm drops would be cool.
I like the DTs, to be honest. There's a cannon, sure, but between DTs and a warp in, he'll take care of that really quick. In fact, he's going for double warp prisms. Ooh, he's going to unload twice at once. So perhaps the third and the natural simultaneously, or the main and the natural.
Twice as much. I don't know about this mothership. I mean, KiFirE, should he be allowed to get to like 180-ish supply, he will have a superior army, but...
So he does lose the second warp prism, unfortunately. Sees the carriers in play. Now going to go unload here into the natural. Hopefully going to draw the army back, and I think that's what HuK's going to use as a tool to kill the third. And if he ignores the natural to defend the third, HuK's going to kill the natural.
Oh my god.
Yeah, KiFirE doesn't know where to go.
Problem.
He started going back, then he comes back to the front. Either way, the Nexus and the natural base does go down, and the Zealots and Dark Templar need to be dealt with. Can't ignore it. One of the Disruptors gets focused. First, I'm going to pick up those DTs and now go to the main with them. Probably transfer back. This is not looking good for KiFirE.
No, it already looks like it's spread out of control. Again, if he had turtled on 3 bases, and he's trying to get a 3rd base now, just disregards the natural, gets to that perfect composition. Alright, fine. But HuK is maxed out.
Okay, if it went for this probe transfer, HuK didn't actually see this base. That's one of the... So KiFirE kind of gives it away. The DTs just like go ham on the probes. Oh my god.
And now KiFirE has to be feeling that like GG any second now.
I mean, he did go as far as to invest in the actual mothership. He's got a decent amount of carriers, but yeah, I don't think he's actually gonna play this out successfully, at least. The thing too is those Archons normally kind of not so good. Back in the day, we saw White Raw break carriers and Void Rays with these, so I can only imagine this will be just as good under HuK's control.
Oh, the last desperate attack from KiFirE. Not even with that many, it's not even a surprise amount of carriers.
I'll say this much. I like the way this game shaped up, though. I thought this was going to be really dumb, where pylons win the game, and the stupid overcharge has a short PvP, but we get a pretty long one here, and even the Interceptor's actually getting blown apart here. Oh my gosh. The splash damage from the Archons, fantastic. All the Interceptors go down, and KiFirE has really nothing to fight with.
Wonder if he's had success with carriers before in PvP, because certainly not now. Definitely not now.
I would imagine he probably has in the past, but he just getting denied that 3rd base so many times really killed him here. GG. HuK's going to take game number 1. I mean, it's not even just that, but like he was only producing 2 at a time. He couldn't get 3, the longer build times. Lots of things stacked up to the way carriers weren't going to work for him there.
Yeah, so it was an interesting choice to go for it. Disruptor battles, too, could be so cool. I mean, the carrier thing is always going to be cool. Big capital ships, but imagine like some really cool Blink Micro against 4 or 6 Disruptors. The replacement of the Colossus. Still more fun than Colossus.
Well, guys, gonna go to a small ad break. We'll get into the next game. Getting close to the end of this marathon, and we need all the voice we can save, so we'll see you in 2 minutes.